Specialty gourmet coffee is trendy among coffee drinkers today. Statistics show that it is one of the fastest growing food retailers, netting approximately $8.5 billion a year. People enjoy the taste of the sophisticated beans used in the making of this delightful gourmet drink. The beans are grown at very high altitudes on Arabic trees and feed on volcanic ash.
Golf was invented in 15th century Scotland, home to some of the world's oldest golf courses. It is a relatively simple game in which you use a club to drive a ball into a hole, but it is also complicated, owing to the course's enormous scale compared to the tiny balls and holes.
In return for the money they give to the mutual fund when purchasing shares, shareholders receive an equity position in the fund and, in effect, in each of its underlying securities. Most mutual funds allow shareholders to sell their shares at any time, though the price of a mutual fund share fluctuates daily based on the performance of the fund.
A typical air hockey table has a large, smooth playing surface designed to reduce friction, a surrounding rail to keep the puck and paddles from leaving the table, and goals at either end of the table. Furthermore, tables will usually have machinery that creates a cushion of air on the surface through tiny holes to reduce friction and increase speed. The examiner will analyze the organization and structure of your writing. This includes simple and obvious paragraphs as well as a logical information structure. Allow for white space between paragraphs. The examiner would look for clearly separated paragraphs, with the first paragraph serving as an introduction and the last paragraph serving as a conclusion or summary.
Since television is a significant contributor to weight issues, exercising instead of watching hours of sitcoms seems like a sensible thing to do. Exercising is not only a fun way to pass the time, but it is also a perfect way to burn calories. Simply going for a brisk walk outdoors provides a plethora of health benefits.
Hard disk failures can occur as a result of heavy wear and tear over time. A hard disk's read and write heads are used to retrieve or recode data stored on the hard disk using a disk platter that rotates at high speed. Only a complete surface scan of the hard disks on the used machine will reveal faulty sectors.
If you're interested in taking a prep course, go ahead and sign up. If you believe that taking a prep course will help you increase your score, chances are it will. Students who learn better with supervision can also benefit from a prep course. They always need assistance in keeping their concentration, so a preparatory course is a good idea.
Pet first aid kit that will meet your pet's emergency medical needs. If your pets require any medicines, add some additional supplies. You can keep food in a watertight box and water, 3-day ration. Collars with ID tags ensure the data is current and updated. You can consider microchipping as permanent identification, as pet collars may get misplaced.
A college education secures our future. The number of available job openings has increased, and statistics indicate that most leaders are college graduates. A degree would allow you to earn more money and live a more fulfilling lifestyle. According to Stephen Twain, an eminent educationist, students are the very pillars of a country and the most ardent supporters of liberty.
Healthcare workers remain on the front lines of the war against the deadly COVID-19 pandemic. The race and ethnicity of healthcare workers and their underlying health conditions and work environment may all increase their risk of contracting COVID-19 and suffering severe outcomes, including death. Early vaccine coverage is crucial to ensuring the health and safety of this vital workforce.
When some types of fish are eaten, they are said to cause hallucinogenic effects. Sarpa salpa, a kind of sea bream, is widely thought to be hallucinogenic. In 2006, 2 men who ate the fish reported hallucinations that lasted several days. The risk of hallucinations varies according to the season. The active agents that induce hallucinations in humans remain unknown.
The western netted dragon is a small to moderate-sized, robust, swift-moving lizard. They have a round head with a very blunt snout, short limbs, and tail. They have spines on the crest of their head and sides of the neck. The lizard prefers thick, stony soils and can be found with or without a short burrow under logs and stones.
Australians and New Zealanders observe Anzac Day as a memorial day to focus on the expense of war and to commemorate those who fought and died for their homeland. Memorial services and marches are performed at midnight, the initial landing time, mostly at war memorials in cities and towns in both countries on April 25.
An oxygen concentrator is a medical device that concentrates oxygen from the atmospheric air, which contains about 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. The oxygen concentrator sucks this air, filters it through a sieve, releases the nitrogen, and works on the remaining oxygen. This oxygen, compressed and delivered by cannula, is 90 to 95% pure.
Whales are a diverse and broadly distributed group of fully marine placental marine mammals. They are an unofficial suborder of the Cetacea, typically excluding dolphins and porpoises. Whales, dolphins, and porpoises are members of the order Cetartiodactyla, which includes even-toed ungulates. Their nearest living relatives are hippopotamuses, from whom they separated about 40 million years ago.
If the examiner cannot understand your writing, they will become irritated. If a poorly written answer cannot be read, it will not be graded. Don't use illegible writing to conceal a lack of information. Never repeat information, even in a concluding paragraph. No matter how many times you repeat the same point, you can only get the marks once.
Pizza is a savory Italian dish. It consists of a typically round, flattened base of leavened wheat-based dough. It is topped with tomatoes, cheese, and other ingredients such as anchovies, mushrooms, etc. It is then baked at a high temperature, traditionally in a wood-fired oven. Some grocery stores offer fresh ingredients to be assembled at home before baking.
An aquatic animal would be any animal, vertebrate or invertebrate, that spent the vast majority of its life in water. Many insects, including mosquitoes, mayflies, dragonflies, and caddisflies have aquatic larvae and winged adults. Marine animals may breathe air or obtain oxygen dissolved in water through unique organs called gills or directly through the skin.
In recent years in the UK, we have seen an increase in mental health problems among young people, so there has been an increased focus on how to support students. Here, we have found concerning evidence that students may have a higher risk of depression and anxiety than their peers of the same age who are not in higher education.